Hey guys, it's Trube of Strategy Simple, and wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to use PowerPoint to modify QR codes. There's a lot of hype right now with creating customized QR codes, and there's a lot of groups out there that are charging a pretty high amount to do that. And I wanted to show you how you can do it with PowerPoint. Now I'm working on a PC, and I know that this does work on a Mac as well, but I'm just going to run through this real fast. So I have created this QR code, and I actually did it on strategysimple.com. There's a free QR code generator there, and this is going to go to a home page. It's going to actually go to Strategy Simple's homepage, which I don't recommend you have a QR code that simply goes to a homepage, because you need to have a call to action. It's got to go to a mobile optimized site. There's a lot of factors that go into it, but for the purpose of this tutorial, this is a QR code that I'm going to use. Okay, so this is a pretty boring QR code. It's black and white. It's kind of square. It's kind of boring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the QR code, and in PowerPoint, and I'm using Microsoft Office 10. So the features that are in here, that's how I'm doing it. So I'm going to select Picture Tools, and I'm going to go up here, and the first thing I can do is I can change the color. So I'm going to click on the color, and you're going to come down here. Now the main thing to think of when you're working with QR codes is contrast, and that's the black or the darker color and the white background or whatever color you're going to have in the background. So you can do stuff like this. I don't recommend it. It might work, but the higher the contrast, the better the chance of getting a good scan. So I typically come down here and I will select colors that are close to the corporate colors that I'm trying to go for. So we're going to do it for Strategy Simple, so I'm going to choose orange. So there's the modified color on the QR code. Now what makes it interesting is this piece right here, artistic effects. I'm going to click that, and there are several effects that are standard for PowerPoint. All right, so this one is called marker. As you can see, the QR code, the modifications are there. This is called pencil grayscale, and I've actually used this one I used it once for a campaign for a general contractor that made it look like it was on a blueprint, and I had the same font, and it was really kind of cool. This one is called pencil sketch. Again, softens it up a little bit, makes it look a bit more casual. This one is called line drawing. Again, softens it up. These are all scannable by most of the smartphones now. This one is called chalk sketch. Believe it or not, that actually is scannable. This is paint strokes, and again, look at how it kind of softens it up. It does some things where it puts some points to some different things. This is one of my favorites, and this is called paint brush, and it really rounds the corners. It puts some little points of interest in there. This one is glow diffused. That is scannable as well. Now this one is blur, and actually some phones can scan that. I don't recommend you use that one just because it's too blurry. This is light screen. Believe it or not, I've actually had a successful scan on that one, but I don't recommend it. This one is called watercolor sponge. Again, make sure your contrast is good, but that one will scan. This one is film grain, not much of a difference. This is mosaic bubbles. Again, softens it up a little bit, gives it some interesting looks. This is the water, and believe it or not, that does scan. Again, don't recommend it. This is one of my favorites. This is plastic wrap. This makes the QR code look dimensional. Again, check your colors, do a test scan, but this one, that's pretty interesting. I like that one quite a bit. This one is called pastel smooth. Again, scannable. You get a little bit of ghosting on there. It looks kind of cool. This is cross sketching. Again, not much going on there. This one is texturizer. There is a texture back there. You can't really see it that well. This one is cement. Again, checking your contrast. If you use a dark gray or something like that, you're going to get better colors on that. This is called cutout. Now you can see, you can't really see it on here because the thing's in the way. I'm going to select this one, and look at what it did. It actually cut out different pieces of it. This is a scannable QR code, so if you like that one, you can use that one. This one is photocopy. Again, it's doing some pretty interesting stuff, putting some texture in there. I like that one. This one is the glow edges. It doesn't scan, so don't bother with that one. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm actually going to do the paintbrush. So I like that one. It's interesting. It's really softened the edges up. It's now closer to my corporate color. Now, one of the things that I always get asked is, hey, I want to put a logo in there. How can I do that? The main thing when you're working with a logo is check your redundancy. So this one, the redundancy is not very high on this QR code. It's only got about a 20% redundancy, because I wanted to keep the QR code simple so I can make it smaller. But the way that you can do a logo and have it be interesting is you can actually come up here and you're going to go to Insert and you're going to go to Shapes. And I typically use a circle or a rounded rectangle. So I'm going to do a rounded rectangle here just to give you an idea. I've actually created a logo that I'm going to use separately, but I'm going to put that kind of towards the middle. Once I've got that there, I'm not done. So I'm going to go up to Drawing Tools, and I'm actually going to go to Shape Effects. And the Shape Effects is where you can either do a glow or soft edges. And those are the two that I recommend, or both. So we're going to do a glow, and I'm going to use the color that I've got there. You don't want to go really above about a 5-point or an 8-point glow. So I recommend really 5-point glow, and then I'm going to go to the shape fill, and I'm going to go to a white shape fill. I'm going to remove the outline. So I'm going to do no outline, and I'm going to go back to Shape Effects, and now watch what happens. If I go to Soft Edges and I go to a 5-point Soft Edges, it really knocks this down. So it really makes it so it's a lot cleaner. So I can blow this up, I can do some different things with it, and like I said, I've already created a logo. So if I wanted to drop a logo in there, I could. You got to be make sure that you're making the code so it's still scannable. So I've created my logo, and I'm going to put it in here, and this is my Strategy Simple logo. Now I put it right in the middle. Again, you've got to test that it's going to scan. Now I know that this one does, and because I've used it before, but I can have my logo there. I could have my logo down in the corner. I know that one scans as well. That looks kind of cool. So I'm going to put it right here, put it in the middle. I know that it scans. The scanner that I use, I've got an iPhone 4S, and I use Enigma, which is I-N-I-G-M-A.mobi. If you visit that on your mobile phone, it'll ask you if you want to install the reader. I like that one a lot. There's several great readers out there. Some of the phones are coming now with built-in readers, but I like Enigma. I recommend it to everybody. So that's my QR code. So all I have to do now is take it, and I select everything. I right click and I do Save as Picture, and then when I save it as a picture, I can save it as a PNG file, or I can save it as a JPEG or a TIFF or a GIF. It doesn't really matter. I typically save it as a PNG so I can knock out the color, the background color if I need to, or the white. If you're just going to use it as a JPEG, it's a great way to do it. So I'll just save that as a JPEG. I name it. I'm not going to do that, so we'll just call this SSQR, and we're good. So I've saved it now. And if I want, I can actually import that in. I can use that as a Facebook picture, as a Facebook image. That's how you can create a custom QR code. So again, Rob Trube, Strategy Simple. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll talk with you soon. Thanks.